What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? It's your boy Jax Wild and the homeboy PG the Hustle. How y'all doing out there? We appreciate y'all pulling up. Hustle, what's really good, man?
Man, what's good with you, man? Chilling, man.
Chilling is not the word because y'all still chilling out there, ain't y'all?
Yeah, man. Chilling literally. You know what I mean?
Like literally chilling, bro. I'm
Snowed
so
in.
tired of this cold weather, bro. Like I'm ready for it to be over because these children won't go to school and stay in school. We doggone went to school today for the first day in a while.
Uh-huh.
They was out. They was half day last Thursday, half day last Friday, out Monday, out Tuesday. Get in there today, and
Uh-huh.
tomorrow they talking about 2 hour delay again, bro. Bro, I can't afford to keep feeding them. We
Hey,
send them to school so y'all can feed them a little bit, bruh.
that's it. That's it. Breakfast and lunch program.
Something about these kids when they home, their stomach is not programmed when they at home. For the school, I need y'all school lunch stomach when y'all off. That's
I thought it
you
was
get
just
in
me.
there, you get you something to eat. You don't eat for about 3 hours. Then we get you a little snack, and you don't. Did you not? That's it, bro. These mothers in there every other hour, bro. Just 10 it through. I pulled up on my son. This man got noodles. He got he eating now. It is safe. I made sure it was safe, but he eating the cookie dough, John. That's safe to eat. He got noodles. He got the one cookie that he ain't baked. He just eating it straight up to the dome. He got Cheez-Its.
Oh
He
Lord.
got chips. And he got Lego Eggo waffles, bro. I said, now, come on. Now, what are we doing? Like, what are we like for? Like,
I ain't
literally, what are we doing?
I ain't gonna hold you, Jax. That ain't allowed in my crib. Uh-uh. You gonna stick to something and you gonna get it, and that's gonna be it.
Man, I
We
be
ain't
I
finna
be
be
trying to
mixing
be
and
liberal with the foods, but bro, I'm gonna have to go ahead and tighten it back down, bro.
so when they start buying the food themselves
Yeah,
and actually stock in the refrigerator, they can eat and pull out whatever they want. They can have a brownie with a pack of ramen noodles and a peanut butter and jelly with a grilled cheese sandwich on top of it. I don't care. When they pay for it, they can. But as long as I'm paying for it and I'm watching it diminish, like what's your boy name with the snap with the
Thanos.
yeah Thanos. When I'm watching the refrigerator empty like Thanos, boom. I'm buying 2 and 3 bags of fruit. Granted, it's good stuff now. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I'm buying 2, 3 bags of apples and cuties and pears and just all kind of stuff. Getting them nuggets and just, something they can quick they can eat. Boy, that stuff gone in 2 days, a day. And let's not get on the Kool-Aid and the drinks. Let's
now
not
look,
talk about the drinks, bruh.
now look. Hey, I know y'all gonna take me out in the comments. I know, and I'm sorry to all my. Yeah, I know it's Black History Month. Shout out to Black History Month. But I can honestly tell you, I have not made my children Kool-Aid.
Mm.
I don't even know if they know what that is, bro.
So let me tell you something. The reason why we have resorted to that is because I'm sick of buying a $3 gallon of Hawaiian Punch
Oh yeah.
and it's
Oh
gone
yeah.
the next day. That makes no sense. That makes no sense.
Yeah.
When a pack of Kool-Aid is 25 cents.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
$4. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you get 2 gallons out of you get if you do it the way we do it, you get a gallon out of 2 packs.
Oh, okay. Out of 2 packs?
Put
Oh,
two
that
packs
boy
together.
thick.
Put two. No, what you mean? No, it's the same. It's the same. You double it up instead of putting it in a quart. That you put it in a gallon.
Oh,
A gallon of Kool-Aid
okay.
instead of making the regular one thing until you just make the two. You
Okay,
make it and make it instead of a gallon. Yeah, you just make it and they be running through it. I'm talking about running through it. And what we have done too, though, we have made it with stevia and not sugar.
All right. Okay.
And it still works. So that's why I bring that up because you say you haven't given your kids a cool. But if you think about it, bro, I'm gonna just be honest with you. It's less, whether you believe it or not, whether people believe it or not. I've been through dietitian and nutrition classes. Mm-hmm. It is less sugar in a thing of Kool-Aid than it is in a lot of these juices. It definitely pop. Any soda.
They drink a lot of juice. They drink a lot of juice.
So turn it around on the back and see how much grams of sugar is in it per serving.
Okay.
Because that's a lot. And you gotta watch that. You know what I'm saying? You gotta watch the grammage of the sugars. You know what I'm saying? That they're smacking like, and there is like a jug of juice that's like 2 grams, 3 grams.
Right.
It's like Blue Rush. It's like the little cheap ones you get at the little store. Them be all right. They be like 2-3 grams. But all of your fancy ones, your Dole, your Minute Maid. Minute Maid is a good 80 grams of sugar, bro. That's more than Kool-Aid. So when people make that comparison, it means nothing to me if you're not counting the grams of sugar.
Yeah.
If you're not actually getting your kids and or feeding your household stuff without sugar. Because sugar is a silent killer. It's killing our whole community, period.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Most definitely.
So, for sure.
But that's how it is. That's all, man. You know, I be getting on my, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, why I got you on your soapbox, I need to hit you with a bruh thought of the week, bruh. The government shut down again, bruh.
You didn't see it? It's back up. You good?
It's back up? When they come back?
Your uncle signed a thing this morning or something like that.
Oh, this morning. Okay.
Yeah, this morning he signed the thing that so it didn't shut down or something like that. But you know the CNN analyst is in the other room, so.
Shout out to Big Aunt for signing that, getting that back on.
Whoa, I didn't say all that.
Oh well, you know. I mean,
I ain't never
because the disagreement, there was fighting over money again. They blame it on the taxpayers, and I mean, it's just been it's been a food fight over there in Congress. So hopefully they get it together. Yeah.
And you know, for real, don't pay too much attention to none of that stuff. What you need, bro? Don't pay too much attention to none of that stuff, man. Get you some Dubby so you can focus in on what you got to do. Get you some of that Dubby energy, you know what I'm saying? You know, it's it is it's formulated to specify, you know what I mean, to zone in on, it's no jitters and zone in on your focus. Zone in on your focus so you can be straight to the point. You feel me? I ain't had me none today. That's why I'm stumbling over my words. You feel me? I gotta crack my W over real quick, man.
And then once you get your W, go ahead and slide over to the site. You know what I'm saying? Get you some gear.
Hey, and I have to give an apology to y'all. I went and checked everything. I had to go back and redo it because our host changed a lot of their what you call that, man, when they changed people that they were licensed with.
Oh, okay.
So a lot of things went away. A lot of the things went away and stuff that we didn't necessarily use because I always use my own graphics and stuff like that. But a lot of the things I had to redo. So I don't know how long, if y'all have been going for like a week or so, because nobody really tells me. I don't know how long the site had been looking weird. It was looking funky. I went on it the other day to look for something, to do something for somebody, and it was looking real funky. So I had to switch it. So I apologize. And because of that, this week and this week only, I will be releasing a 25% off coupon. Okay? Go to the site on your whole order and type in TRP Folly.
TRP
Folly. The Redeployment Podcast Folly. FOLLY.
Yes, sir.
Y'all heard it. Y'all go. It's the only time we gonna say it. Boom. It'll be up there. You have to type it in. You have to know it to get it.
And last but not elbow least, grease coming out.
Oh, it's already out. It's already here, man. It's been here. Get you some. We redoing all of that. We redoing the site. All of the guests will be getting a package within the next month. So it'll be there. It'll be there before like March. I'll be sending it off to Jax within the next
week. I'm getting all the addresses now.
Okay, so I'll be sending it off to Jax and it'll be distributed to all of the guests. And we got a surprise coming in there too for y'all.
Oh, I love surprises.
Thanks y'all for watching, man. We just want to appreciate like all of y'all that's coming in, even y'all that pop in just for the click and come out, even with the goofy stuff, with the funny stuff, with the kids, people popping in. We appreciate everybody for stopping in and just even taking the time out to listen to what we're saying, even for 5 minutes, man. So we appreciate that, y'all. And we really want to, get back.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So we got a special guest today. He is obviously a veteran. Like to bring him on to the set here. I met this brother from a organization known as Soldiers to Sidelines. Now, I've talked about this organization a lot of times when I'm on location, and we went to Vanderbilt, we went to Seattle. Shout out to the Seattle Seahawks, who's in the Super Bowl. And that was the year we went. So you know what I'm talking about? Maybe it's because we pulled up. We got y'all over the hump. You feel me? So it's a great organization. If you are a veteran and you still like to coach, Soldiers to Sidelines is for you. So I met this brother here, great brother, coming out of the Navy. So I want everybody to welcome Eric to the show. Welcome to the show, my brother. Hey. How you doing, man?
I'm doing well, fellas. Glad to be on the show.
Man, we're glad to have you, man. Glad to have you. Where you currently located right now?
I'm in Maryland. I'm originally from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, but I relocated to Maryland area back in 1996.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Now, the 90s was the best, my boy.
Yeah, it was. Hey, and the Steelers during the 90s.
Yeah,
man.
Yeah.
With the steel curtain, bro.
Well, let's go back. Let's talk about the 70s because I was born in 71. So growing up, watching Steelers football, they were winning. 4 Super Bowls is during that time frame. So that's all I knew. The 80s was kind of our decline, and then it started getting, rejuvenated back in the 90s. So, yeah, I've seen that. I've seen the roller coaster, good to bad to come back.
Okay. Right on. So you're in the DMV, Maryland area now. What's the weather like? We'll just talk about the weather a little bit ago. How y'all doing?
It was single digits. It kind of bounced back up to the 30s, which is actually warm today. But again, you just adjust to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Boots on the ground, it's time to go. But it wasn't no big deal to me at all. Some of the places I deployed to was a little bit worse than what we had here.
Yeah. We had some snow here in North Carolina, but the way we're set up, man, we're not set up to handle that stuff very well. So they just shut it down. They was like, you know
Oh.
what? Everybody stay home. Don't nobody come out. Y'all just stay where y'all at. Be safe.
Right.
And for some reason, some strange reason, you sell out all the bread. Like everybody go to the store. The only thing we gonna buy is bread and milk. You cannot survive off of bread and milk, bro.
No.
Yeah, no, not at all.
Come on, like say, bro, we was just looking for hamburger buns, man. They grabbed them too.
Just the burger buns.
Yeah. Well, up here, it was toilet paper, paper towels, eggs, you name it. I mean, everything was gone. If you ain't get it, you was short. The water, you couldn't get it. So
now
you not do that here. I don't know.
Y'all area, y'all more prevalent for the cold weather and the stuff like that. Do y'all still have those hiccups where if you don't get it, you don't got it?
Yeah, exactly. It happens now. Costco, Sam's. I went to both of them just to get everything. I mean, I pretty much keep what I need. It was just to get a little extra. But some people, I'm like, you should already have some of that stuff in your household already. Like one dude had 2 carts. He was pushing one, pulling one. I'm like, come on, man, really? Like, what is you doing right now? So I don't know. I don't get it. But I'm always prepared. I just grabbed a little extra. That was all.
Man, that's what's up. That's what's up. Yeah. Well, I'm glad you made it through the storms and whatever. But you know what I'm saying? You're a military dude. You can make it
Train
through.
Train to go.
Train to go. So speaking of that, we was trying to go. We're gonna jump you out of here. This is called The Drop. Eric, please tell the folks watching the days, the weeks, the months prior to you coming to the military. What was going on in that time? Because I know you spoke a little bit when you was born, so it might have been a different time from us. But tell us what was going on, why you chose the military, why did you choose the service you went into, and any kind of thing surrounding that.
All right, so I'm going to go back. So in 11th grade, which is 1987, 88, crack had just started hitting our city, right? The drugs, everything started really going on. And I was kind of seeing it coming from football practice and seeing it. And, at that point in time, you're dealing with career counselors. It's like, what you going to do after high school, right? I had a female cousin, graduated in 87, so she was in front of me. So the year she was out, I get to 12th grade, I'm like, hey, cuz, how is it? She's like, it's rough out here. And I said, really? She said, yeah, every job interview I go to, they're asking, you don't have an experience? And she was like, well, how am I going to get experience if I don't, get hired, right?
Right.
She wasn't going to take any job. So, the military, the actual recruiting station in Pittsburgh, they had a good approach. They basically, it came over, I'm going old school, came over the announcer or the loudspeaker. If anybody was interested to hear the military folks that was our visitors, come down to the auditorium. So I was like, you know what? I got a class for a couple of hours probably. I'm going. So it was every branch, right? They all gave their spiel, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marine, and even the Coast Guard. They was there.
Oh, okay.
So after that, they all gave their spiel about, their background, what they did in the military, why they was there. And they was like, if you interested after this is over, give us your name and we'll follow up to take a practice ASVAB test. And to us, they was like, it's like a military SAT. At that point in time, I was signed up to go to some black college tours and things like that. So I said, well, I'm going to waive my options out, right? Took the practice ASVAB like maybe a month later, got like a 77, didn't know what it was, what it really amounted to. They reached back out to me and said, hey, this is your score. We would like to have you take the real ASVAB test. I'm like, but there's no obligation. Whatever you do, you're not, it's not going to make you, enter the military. We just want to see. And I was like, all right, fine. So then I started thinking, I had an aunt at the time. She was in the Army working at the Pentagon and the intelligence. And I had reached out to her and I was asking her. And the first thing, she listened to me. She was quiet. And I had to say, hello, you still there? She was like, yeah. She was like, you need to enlist. And I'm like, wow. So I started thinking about it. My recruiter was like, look, I want you to think of 3 things: your family, your future, and your finance. And I was like, I started thinking, I'm 18 years old. What do I got to lose? I want to check the box. I wasn't afraid of the military, but I was like, let me see what options I have. The VA home loan, everything that when you do discharge was there for you. Long story short, took the test, came back. Hey, man, what do you want to do? I want to be air traffic controller. Dropout rate's 90% in A school. I was like, what happened if I flunk out of A school? You go undesignated to the fleet. So I took a real back then. They don't have it like they have now, where they have OJT, wood shop, carpentry, plumbing. We had those classes in high school. So he was like, what was your favorite tech class? And I was like, I like the electrical one. He was like, what about aviation electrician? And I was like, you know what? I'm good with my hands. I fixed bikes growing up, doing things, helping my uncle out on his car, changing the starter, alternator, things like that. And, I sat there, thought about it, went and talked to my mom. She said no. I was 17, went back to recruiting station, said my mom's not going to sign the paperwork. My dad will. He was like, when you turn 18? I said, next month. He said, you come back
next time. Yeah, you sign.
Yeah. He said, come back. And I went July 21st, 1989. I got up, got a haircut, had breakfast, walked to the recruiting station, said, let's do it. That was it.
Wasted that money on that haircut, didn't you?
Yeah, well, a little bit. Because they cut it like they want. You're right. Yeah.
Because as soon as you got there, what they do?
It was like 5 lines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah.
My boy got that pristine bean, bruh.
But Jack was funny. The guy from Flint, he was before me, and back in the D, they had the lines in their hair like that.
Oh yeah.
So he sat in the chair. He said, "Yeah, take a little bit here." The guy was like, "Yeah, okay." You're taking all this off. It was so funny, man. Yeah. So, but it was good. It's the best decision I made in my life. I was young. I was like, you know what? Let me go ahead and do it now. I'd rather be on the right side of the government than be on the other side. You doing fed time.
Yeah, that's true, man. That's
right. That was my decision.
Right. So when you came in, so you was doing you want to do air traffic control, but they gave you the other one. When you got in, did you meet any air traffic control? Did you regret that decision, not going forward with that?
Oh yeah, 100%. Because you ain't had no life. When I got to my duty station, I met some ACs, Navy Air Traffic. That's their insignia. Mm-hmm. They, when you come in as an E3, you working all the nights, all the weekends. You're getting all that. And then my recruiter was like, if you want to have a family one day, if you want to have a normal life in the military, if you want to have one when you out, this ain't the job. It's stressful, which I get it. You know what I mean? At that point in time, 18, my mind, because once I got in my duty station, I was off the chain. I ain't never get court-martialed, nothing like that. I never got in trouble, but, it was 7 to 3. I got out of work, and I was stationed in Cali, East Coast guy from Cali, going to Cali near the Bay. Man, come on. It was I had a good time.
So how many years did you stay in, and what bases and stuff did you hit?
So I've been in for 4 years, and I extended because my squadron was relocating to Hawaii. And at that point, I was getting out, and a couple guys was like, hey man, we just did sea duty. You guaranteed 4 years of shore duty. Why would you get out? Because I wasn't on a ship. I was not on the ship. I was in the air squadron. So, me being ignorant when I was young, trying to get back to the East Coast, the coast I could get was Naval Air Station Dallas, and there was actually Naval Air Station Sigonella, Italy. I should have took those.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, I should have went to Italy. But I was like, nah, you know what? I'm done. I got my good foundation. I'm going to take my skill set that I've learned, my leadership stuff, everything I had, and go out and be a citizen. But I was stationed in, so actually it was Moffett Field, not too far from Alameda. We were kind of like in the San Jose area, Silicon Valley. We was not far from Stanford University.
Okay.
Yeah, so I was there. Actually, Google, just bought my old air base. That's crazy.
Oh wow!
Yeah, they bought our air base. And back when I was in, when the president then was George Bush, the father, senior, when they would fly anywhere on the West Coast, they would land on our base, and then where they would have to do, and then they would come back in the Air Force One and take off.
Oh wow!
Yeah. So I got to my duty station in January of 1990. That's when they had the big earthquake, that 7.2 in San Francisco. So here I am in my dress blues, sea bag, ready to get on base. I'm like, here it is. I'm ready to get involved. I sat there for like 5 hours. I was like, send me to San Francisco. Get me to jump in a Red Cross truck and go help out. Because what they was doing, they was taking a lot of folks from our squadron with the relief efforts up in San Francisco.
Yeah.
And if, people was going around, I sat there for a while. I just want to take a shower, get out these clothes, get something to eat. From January 90 till June, that's 6 months. I had my first deployment, which was Adak, Alaska, which is nowhere you want to be.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
But
so you went the East Coast to your A school to Alaska in 6 months?
Yes. It was everything happened. That's what I say about adapting. But here's the thing. It's good that I went in June because from January to June, it's dark 18 hours, light 6 in Alaska.
Oh, yeah.
From June to December, it flips. It's 18 hours light, dark 6. So I didn't know if I was coming or going. 18 years old, I wasn't experiencing that. And then we talking about the wind. We had the tundra stomping class. We had to wear those special boots. Because the wind gust was so strong, you couldn't leave the barracks and go to the hangar unless you had 5 or 6 people in a chain.
Wow.
Yeah. It was windy sometimes. We couldn't leave the barracks. They're like, you can't leave. I mean, I'm talking about like 150, 160.
Like the wind will just pick you up pretty much.
You're gone. Because tundra, when I hear about Green Bay, talking about the frozen tundra, I'm like, nah, go to Alaska. The grass is so thick. If you get blown over, ain't nobody going to find you.
What?
Yeah.
Wait, did you say y'all had to be 4, 5, 6 of y'all chained together?
No, not walking a chain together, and they had the guardrail going to the hangar. There were some little hooks you had to hold on to those, but we was a chain, not chained together physically, but we had to be together.
Yeah, you had to like buddy system,
Yes, exactly, yeah. And base housing, they had to chain their cars down. You know what I mean? It was a sight to see.
Chain the cars down
front and back. Like had a little small post, like a telephone pole cut in half. You got to chain your car down because you're going to tear everybody's car on the street. The wind blow. It's going to take your car all the way down. Yeah. So it was experience. But
so, Eric, tell me, I need you to talk to the people real quick of those that are joining. And you said something that stuck out to me. You said you from the East Coast. You was trying to get back to the East Coast.
Yes.
So you end up not really throwing it away, but you end up tapping out early just to get back to the East Coast.
Yeah.
Is that something you would do again, or is that something? What would you tell somebody that is thinking about that same thing right now?
Yeah, don't just take the orders. Again, I had plans on retiring, but again, when you're young, you want to get back home. In hindsight, I got in the military to get away from home, right?
Right.
I had a cousin that when he registered, he enlisted 2 years after me. He was in Oceana, Virginia, working on F-14s on a USS Forrestal. So he was, I would talk to him. Yeah, I was home this weekend. So asked about you. I'm in Cali, like, man, I want to be home. So, just some of those weekends. But now I look at the hindsight 2020. It was, I was being foolish and not really just going where the military needed me. For my billet as an AE, Naval Air Station Dallas, I should have took those orders. Not trying to get back close to home. Just go out, enjoy life. I would love to see Italy. I think about it all the time when I see things about Italy, you know what I mean? But you young, but I was like, I would never make that mistake again, ever.
Yeah. So if you're listening out there, y'all, man, if you're coming in, the one thing about the military is you're going to move, you're going to see things.
Yes.
Don't let your, let's call it, love for being home ruin the whole experience of you actually experiencing the military. Dang, that
exactly.
That is
don't get complacent. Don't get complacent.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I did. I definitely did. That was one mistake that I made in my life that I can't get back, but I'll never do it again. Any way I can have in the military community, had that conversation. Just don't be, just go with the flow and just experience somewhere different.
Because, I mean, unless you got, sick siblings or sick grandparents or something like that, humanitarian, where you really, really need to be there, man, them family gonna be there, bro.
Yes.
The family gonna be there. And you give your family somewhere to visit, somewhere to see you. Or when you come back home, man, I love telling the story. Hey, Jay, tell me again what they was like in Turkey. Oh yeah, there was a Turkey, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And something that you're always able to do. But we lose that when we, like you said, you don't go with the flow. So you said how many you only did 4 years. How many or you say you extended, but
6 months.
It was still 4 years?
Yeah. Okay.
4
years. It was because I went in. The contract I had was a 3x6, so I actually extended 6 months and then 6 months again.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you only got one deployment out of that?
No. So I went to. I was in Misawa, Japan.
Okay.
That was interesting because one thing about it, they really don't have cemeteries. So they would burn bodies. They would cremate on Sundays. You would smell in the ear till Tuesday, sometime Wednesday. So it was.
Wow.
Yeah, it was quite to get adjusted to. It's a different place. It was cold. You're talking about snow. You would get you would leave. It'd be like clear as day. Next morning you wake up, it's like 1.5 feet, 2 feet of snow. We got hit by a few snowstorms, but they were on it. But Japan was okay. I didn't mind it. It was like, be very careful out in town. The squadron from Hawaii that we relieved, one of the guys was in a car, ran over somebody's foot, and he was still in the brig when we got there and when we left.
Oh, man.
Yeah. So I didn't do much at all. I was on base, went to a couple little clubs to say, hey, I'm in Japan. But I was laying low. I was like, nah.
Yeah, we had a couple dudes when I was in Okinawa. They got a little too drunk, start mouthing off to the JP. Man, when I tell you, man, they beat the brakes off that, bruh. They beat the brakes off him and then locked him up.
Right.
And then it took the base commander. They took the embassy, and it was hard to get that mug out that jail, bro.
Yeah.
When he came back, we all was like, welcome back, my boy. We didn't think we'll ever see you again. But man, they didn't. That's one thing. It's a nice place to be if you just chill. Just chill, be relaxed, be cool.
Yes.
But if you turn up, they gonna turn up. And you don't want they turn up.
Yeah. I had a couple older guys in my squadron that had like 15, 20 years in. Kind of got with the old heads. We did our stuff during the day, nighttime. We was back on base.
Shut it down.
So that's what I did. In the air squadron, sometimes our airplanes will fly missions. So I've been to Perth, Australia. That was nice. I've been to the Philippines. Diego Garcia.
Okay.
It's like nowhere's lame. But it was so as far as going places, Thule, Greenland. I've been a lot of places, man.
That's good, man.
Stationary was always, it was Japan and Alaska. Those are my two deployments where I was at. Been to Osan, Korea.
Okay.
Osan was nice. There's some shopping there. Yeah.
Nice.
Now you are one of we had another Navy guy on not too long ago. Were you ever on the boat? What did you do? Like boats?
Wait. Let me correct you. Navy don't have boats. Navy has ships.
Oh,
don't curse us like that, man. We got ships. Yeah,
I knew you was gonna get on him about that.
Yes.
All right. Did you have to get on the ship?
Your daddy got, boy.
Yeah, right. You know what I'm saying, PG? Come on, man.
That's what the old head said. The boat with your daddy got, boy. I was on the ship.
Yeah, that's right.
But did you have to do time on the ship?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
And at some point, I met some guys who never stepped on the ship. They was in there like when their third enlistment. But a lot of people said something experience. You make rank faster. That's what some people were saying. But I you know what? Come out of, I was expecting to go to the ship. I was just fortunate to, get my air squadron, which was considered sea duty. And I was like, okay, it is what it is. But I didn't know at the time that we did reconnaissance. So we did reconnaissance for Russian submarines. So during the war back then, the original Desert Storm, Gulf War, whatever, they changed the name. It's like 3 different names. We just felt the U.S. felt that Russia was helping Saddam back then about all the stuff with Scud missiles and everything else. So
right.
I had no idea that I had a confidential clearance. They said they selected. I had no juvenile record. I had nothing in growing up. So I kind of was handpicked into that squadron, and hey, that's fine. It was considered sea duty, and we stayed stateside 1.5 years, and then 6 months we were deployed. So it was that cycle. But
Man,
I didn't step on the ship. I had been on a couple of ships. I went to Alameda. They had like a tour, and I was there like, okay, yeah, they can have this. I'm good.
You see, the sleeping quarters and the
Yeah.
bunks and beds.
Well, here's the thing. It wasn't. I talked to my cousin again. He was on a 4-star. He said it was an old ship. I think it was like 6,000. I think maybe. And like his first week or so, he was like, "Cuz I didn't get a chance to eat nothing." I was like, "What you mean?" He's like, "You got 6,000 people trying to get something to eat." He was like, "Some people was fighting, going to the front of the line." He figured it out. He said, "We got different people to handle." He said, "I went on, what was it back then, the CD club? You can get 7 CDs for a penny or something like that."
Oh,
and he ordered a bunch of CDs, and he was trading with the cooks and whatever. And he was like, I ate after that for those 6 months. But he was like, "You will not eat on the ship."
Almost like a little jail.
Yeah,
wow.
Exactly. You will not eat. So, but otherwise at the sleeping quarters, yeah, you're right. And then Trav, he's at subs. I talked to some guys in submarines, and it's different for them too.
Wow.
The subs, it's even tighter, more compact. But again, you adapt, you get used to it. I didn't like my bed in boot camp. I ain't like the smell after that. I thought I was at the Ritz-Carlton after my second week.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you just adapt. You adapt very well.
That's good. Man, speaking of you adapting, when you left the military, you had particular skills of leadership and being able to do things, and you paired that up and started giving back to the community, and you became a football coach.
That's correct.
Can you tell us how being a football coach or being prior Navy and becoming a football coach helped you in your transition back to civilian life?
Oh, yeah, sure. So, attention to detail. Everything that we do, we organize, we're going to be on time. And in the community, some of these young kids, they just don't have that. Some don't have father figures. And actually what started with me is my son, younger, I had him in soccer and I was trying to put him in everything. I said, I'm not going to be a dad that force you to the game that I love, football, and I'm a track guy. I love boxing, but I put him in everything. And at some point, I was like, now that you're in society, you of age, and I used to be a young guy. Some of the older guys, took us under their wing, but that was that side of we're the guys of baseball games and basketball games. So, me at that point, I said, let me get involved with the community. I'm working. Let me, I see a lot of kids in the neighborhood that didn't have that. And I decided, sign up and be a coach. And, one thing about when the guys for the football organization found out I was ex-military, they said, oh, man, we need you. We need more guys like you, because they knew what they was going to get, But the transition, I just had to, feel like, what can I do? I took my military experience. I'm out. I need to be out here in society, going on with my life. But a lot of those values, now it's time for me to put those in play. Right. Because I got those skills. I'm not going to leave them behind. That's what I went in for. Now let me put it to work. And after that, everything fell in place as far as employment, people I met, and other opportunities. So it was definitely it wasn't a bad transition for me. I was like, okay, now I need something to do, because in there, what you're going to do, because they're going to tell you what you're going to do,
right?
24 hours, 7 days a week.
Right. Now, how long you been coaching, and what is your realm of high school, middle school, like little league? What's your specialty?
Yeah, so I did 10 years of youth football, which I love. I mean, that's the ground-based way. I mean, if I could do all over again, I did the same thing. So I did 10 years of youth football. I had my kids when they were 6 years old, and I had them all the way till they went to high school. I was at a crossroads. Should I go back down, get another group of kids? Because some of those kids still, hey, coach, family members pass away, they get married, have kids. I still get invites, phone calls, the whole nine. And I was like, I like to challenge myself. I want to go up to that high school level. And, with that, just being vocal, just being around, the opportunity came up for me to go to high school within 2 months. And I seized the moment and didn't look back at all.
Nice.
So how long you been coaching football at the high school?
16 years.
16
nice.
years.
Yeah. 6 on JV and 10 on varsity.
Have you been with the same organization, or did you pop around?
Yeah, I'm the same. Again, so Joe Paterno I was a young kid growing up in Pittsburgh. I love Pitt football, but they wasn't that great. But I was like, I used to say to myself, I'm going to go to college and I'm going to play for Joe Paterno, right? How long did Joe Paterno stay at Penn State? Until the casket dropped, right?
Yeah.
And that's pretty much with me. Once I look at it this way, Jack. Somebody gave me a chance, my loyalty, you let me in the door, I'm here, I'm good.
Okay.
I ain't going nowhere unless it's the next level.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. So what have been some things that you've learned about yourself since leaving the military and now coaching that, that you're able to give to the kids? Because sometimes when you're coaching and when you're around the kids, something else brings up that you can now have to redistribute. So what is a couple of those things?
I just life lessons, things that they saying, being open, being able to talk to them, talking to them, not talking at them.
Yeah.
Also understanding how do they learn. Everybody learn different. That was one of the biggest things is even me playing ball, a lot of guys, I had a lot of good guys in my high school that played ball, a lot of good guys that I've seen. It's like, man, I'm not even playing because this is the thing that they went through with the haze and things like that. But, it's one of those things where I was like, I'm not going to be that parent, that coach, that person that turn a kid away from playing a sport, right? So my thing was just having me being old school. And they know, I said, okay, this is what y'all doing. This is the way I would handle it. Because that's why I'm here. The people taught me. I said, you got to be good about the smart way. And they listen because that's that wisdom. It was passed down to me. So I talked to them. And I said, hey, I'm always here to talk. And you got to be real because kids understand. I was young. And I knew it something wasn't right. Somebody telling me something like, nah, he don't know what he's talking about.
Right.
But they know that coach is real. He cared. Like my guys, not that I know your name. I know I got your birthday. Hey, if you're doing something in church, let me know. There's something going on, let me know. They know I'm an extension outside of football. This brought us together, and I'm trying to help you succeed to wherever you want to go. But one thing that I do, Jax, is I work for a local utility company in the DMV area. Not every Wednesday, but every Wednesday is career day. And I wear my uniform to practice. And I tell them, one day you're going to change that uniform for this uniform.
Oh, okay.
So you enjoy that. And we'll have talks about, credit, about taxes, about life, about being married. People get divorced. They come to me with all type of questions, and we always have conversations. So those Wednesdays usually our rap day, our life lesson day.
Nice.
Right? I tell them, y'all all think about that girl that you love. Man, you're going to say that about 20 more times. Come on. You know what I mean? Yeah. Don't be stupid with that. Yeah. Enjoy life. Don't do nothing stupid. You know what I mean? I said, because, one incident could change your life. You get in the car with that guy, he pretty much got drugs or gun or something like that. You know what I mean? Conspiracy. I always tell them, look up conspiracy. It ropes everybody in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Hey.
Yeah.
Because he ain't going to say, oh, yeah, it's mine. You might get a guy say, yeah, it's all mine. Let him go. Nah. So, don't even get caught up in that. So I talk to my guys all the time. But just being open with them, like I said, again, not talk, but it's a regimen, and they know what I expect. I'm like, you give me, I'm going to give it back to you, plus that, So, they know there's certain things I do in practice. It's hot today. Hey, man, I buy some cold bottles of water. They know that I care. So Christmas, hey, Merry Christmas to everybody. So it's not like, coaches just during the season. No, I'm always involved with them.
Wow.
But just being consistent. I would say the biggest thing, Jack, is being consistent. Because I have a biggest thing is, consistency is a marathon to success.
Wow. That's a bar.
Yeah.
Consistency is a marathon to success.
Yes.
Wow. That's good.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's it. Mm-hmm. Some of those little buzzwords that I just be real down to earth with them and just tell them, just things of life lessons that I've had that I give them. And I just sent my family a quote, my daughters. It was saying something to the effect that just because I said no, it doesn't mean that I'm being rude or not hearing you. I just don't want you to mistake that I did. Right?
Yeah.
So a lot of times, dad's going to say no. He's saying this. He ain't going to support me. I'm like, I already know the blueprint. I already know how this is going. I know how this is going to end. Yeah. So yeah. But that's pretty much it. Just being real. And I said I'd rather sing than be heard. But when I talk, they know. Coach really got some and that's it. That's pretty much it with me.
Man, that's so good, man. You dropped so many gems. This has been my first official year coaching basketball in the middle school level. And a lot what you just said is a lot what I want to continue to do. So even when you talk about Joe Paterno, and this is the first school that gave me a chance. So why be trying to hop around? And like I had a friend ask me the other day, it was like, yeah, the season almost over. Where you going next year? And I'm like, what? Like,
yeah,
I'm gonna be here next year. Like, what? Why is that a question? But I realized the question, why it's a question. I'm gonna ask your input as we get ready to close. We're in a high turnover for coaches, but we are also in a high turnover for players. And why is that? NILs and all this other stuff going on in college. So in a very brief overview, can you give us your expectation, if you will, for handling NIL in high school going over to college?
Yeah, so it's good. I'm glad you said that. Thanks for that question. So I've been thinking about that since last year, off season, towards the end. And what I reached out to about 6 or 7 college coaches that I know. And we are planning during their contact period, because they can't. There's like a calendar where they can have contact with high school students, and I'm going to do a Zoom meeting with a college coach and the staff. And my parents, I want my position group, so I coach running backs, right?
Okay.
So I'm gonna have the parents and the players an open forum, and I'm gonna be a moderator, so how you have those questions and get it going, so the parents can hear exactly from the coaches. As far as like, even I'm going back, I'm gonna start with Jackson's. There's a lot of guys that jump from high school to high school, and I tell them, if I'm a recruiter, the first thing I'm gonna say is, why are you transferring? You ducking the work? You don't want to compete? You know what I mean? So that's one red flag. So I want them to hear from that point, if you're a guy that want to jump from high school your senior year, you're a 4-star, 5-star, whatever, why are you going to transfer and go to so-and-so? And you got over 20 offers. So to your point, I've been thinking about that, and that's what I have for my group, is to have a college head coach and a couple staff members talk to my position group and parents and have that open discussion, be transparent, where the parents can ask all those questions.
Yeah.
Because they deal with it, and they can give them an insight of these street these street agents, these NIL guys, you know what I mean? So, because it's a lot revolving. I think they put a cap on NIL just recently. But that's the stance that I take, because I don't want to misspeak or anything or mislead someone or not have the information. So again, I'm gonna use my network that I have, reach out and say, hey, let's get on the Zoom meeting. Hey, let's be let these parents and kids understand through your lens how, at the high school level, kids that want to jump around and transfer, and then when they get to the college level, NILs, a position room. What's a normal day for D1, D2, D3 running back? Yeah. What's the expectation?
In your coaching experience and what you've seen thus far, can you talk to a kid right now who is maybe not going to get recruited D1, right? Because, that's always the goal. And as we understand, talking about the NIL, there is a lot less positions open for high school to be recruited to D1 because of the portal. Right. So what would you tell a kid who is talented but may not be recruited to D1 in order for him to continue to plan to get some film so he can go to maybe get there eventually through the portal?
Right. The biggest thing is there's a lot of academic money out there doing scholarships. Athletic scholarship. So, at the end of the day, I said, man, you an investment no matter where you go. And whether you D1, D2, D3, I tell all my guys, you want to get a degree. You want to use that game of football to get that piece of paper, because you're not going to play forever. Some guys' career stops at high school. Now the world, hey, welcome to corporate America. Welcome to society. Some guys fortunate to get to college and they'll get that degree, but then they're going to be right with you 4 years later looking for a job. Now, this is when life starts. So I always tell them, you know what? I understand where you want to be, and everybody wants to go where the bells and whistles, but you're going to have to be where you at. Yeah. If this skill set puts you at D2, that's not a bad thing. That's not a bad thing at all. You get to still play the game that you love, and you still get to get the degree, because that is the ultimate goal. Because I tell them, you are a student athlete in that order. That's it.
Man, that's dope, man. Man, thank you, man. That's bro, you dropped some gems on us there. And I knew you would. So as we get ready to wrap, I don't want to take too much of your time. If you got any closing remarks you want to tell the folks, tell the people, take a couple seconds to talk to somebody that may be thinking about coming in the military, maybe somebody that's in the military thinking about getting out early, or maybe a young middle schooler coming into high school, what their expectations should be like, what they should be thinking about. The floor is yours to close this up.
All right. So I'm gonna go back. You said at middle school or going to high school, the first thing is don't be set on anything, no matter what you're playing. Just want to be involved, help out your team. Be a team guy. Don't be a me guy. Yeah, guys will be bigger than you, right? But the more you work into it, you'll grow. But the biggest thing is stay on top of the grades. folks that's going into the military, and I try to refrain from saying the military because I think that's where that wall comes up. It's not bad to try to seek employment with the Department of Defense.
There you
so
go.
Look at it that way. Really, guys, folks don't understand that you go in the military, it's a good network. You'll pick your job trade. It's something that you can transfer out to civilian life, but also understand the benefits that you have that you can go to school the rest of your life for free once you discharge. I wish I had that, but I discharged before 9/11.
Okay.
Someone who is in the military, hey, if you want to retire, stay, but take advantage of TAP. That's one thing I did, the tuition. They still do the TAP program, right, Jack?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So I took advantage of everything. I was there, taking notes. So when I hit the ground, I knew what employment agencies, interview, everything that I needed as far as copying my DD-214, going for my disability exam. Take advantage of everything, but don't be afraid. There's resources out there, and I'm sure there was more. But be resourceful and make sure you work your plan to the fullest. And there's a lot of resources to use and utilize, and it's there for you. But again, whether you stay in discharge at some point, there is life after the service. You serve your time, but just make sure that you tap in and take advantage of every resource. Again, every resource to help you be successful in your transition out.
Yo, Eric, bro, thank you so much. Thank you so much for pulling up, man. Yeah. PG, do you got any closing remarks?
Man, no. Absolutely not. Absolutely. When somebody come and drop down on you like that, you don't do nothing but soak it up.
Yes, sir.
So appreciate y'all guys having me. It was great.
Yeah, man. Great. And all the thing I got to close with, look, this podcast is for you. If you are, like Eric said, you are in the military and you want to do the whole time. I did the whole time, and here I am sharing my stories with you guys. This podcast is for you if you decide to leave after 1 or 2 enlistments. It's all good. We just ask, like Eric said, you tap into your resources and do what you got to do. This podcast is also for you if you're deciding to come in the military. We give real stories here, and I pray and I hope that what Eric said today influence you to continue to on that road to come in the military. And lastly, and I think this is few and far between, but if you're out there and you've never had an interaction with a military member, this podcast is for you. So we talk about real stories. We were very relatable to what you go through in your civilian life. We appreciate y'all coming out. We gotta holler at the sponsors one more time. Go get your W.
Most definitely. Go get your W Energy, man. .gg, man. PG the Hustler, man. At the in your closing, at the counter, man, for 10% off your whole order. Let's not forget BlackMoneyMediaLive.com, man. Go ahead, hit the hamburger stack, man. Scroll down the Redeployment Podcast.
Yes, sir.
And check us out. And I said I wasn't gonna say it. I'm gonna say it one more time. TRP Folly, 25% off next week only.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And then we got
Elbow Grease, personal care for men and women, man. You know what I'm saying? So just that's everything. The website will be back up for that, man. And I'll be dropping everything for y'all. Y'all can order straight from there.
Yes, sir. And look, I don't have anything else. Eric, we thank you for coming up. Hey,
appreciate
Black Money Media, thank you for having us and sponsoring this show. Thanks, W Energy. Yo, that's a wrap, y'all. Hey, we love you.
Love you.
It ain't nothing
you can do about it. Peace.
Ain't no man's about to run it.